When I buy a movie, I know how it works. Same goes for music, I just press play. And books too, left to right, up and down, voila, you're reading. Entertainment doesn't have to be simple in content, but it should be simple to experience. That way there's no boundaries between the user and the content. Then there's video games. And in particular, there's video games that seem to pride themselves on creating those boundaries. Every critic has a pet peeve, and that's mine. So, Armored Core and we're gonna get along real well. If ever there were a case study for this phenomenon, for how video games sometimes ignore simple usability, this is it. Armored Core is a game that should be awesome. You know, for the people in the know, it probably is, but that's the thing. These games hide their experience beneath this ridiculous obstacle course of esoteric design. I mean, can you imagine buying a DVD and having no idea where the menu was or what certain features did? You can't enjoy the experience if you can't even get to it. That's pretty much Armored Core. If you can get to it, you'll love it. If not, join the club. So Verdict Day is sort of an expansion pack, but not really. I mean, it is in that it's basically built from the same blueprint as 2012's Armored Core 5. It also emphasizes the V in the subtitle, which is the Roman numeral for 5. But it's also a standalone game, so not really, maybe, I guess? Actually, it's only right that the very nature of the game would be complicated. It's Armored Core! It should be as flummoxing as possible, and any noob who has the gall to want to try something new should also receive extra flummoxing. It's a matter of principle. So you play as a mech, which is a giant robot suit. It's like the scene in Aliens, only there's no fistfights with monsters from another planet. Instead, you're shooting other robots. And there's some kind of global war or something, whatever. Like, you're not playing this for the story. And in case you were, you get over that real quick. Plot makes virtually no sense. And the characters are about as uninteresting as they are uninterested in their dialogue. I mean, not quite Resident Evil voice acting, but maybe Resident Unpleasant.
You were infiltrated and robbed of your weapons? Talk about inept.
What did you just say? Cut the lip, hireling!
So obviously it can't be the story, and the environments are usually super drab. So what's the point? Well, you're in a mech, and you're blowing up robots, which is awesome! Problem is, you're not blowing up shit unless you figure out how. And good luck with that. This is an incredibly complicated game to play. To say nothing of the gameplay itself, I'm talking about just, like, actually playing it. Like, just making it work. You know, I would describe how, but, like, honestly, I'm not even sure. I mean, you have weapons mounted on each shoulder, and you can customize them. In fact, you can customize every single detail of your mech, which is awesome. Less awesome is the interface to do so, which is less awesome. Anyway, you go into battle, you can scan your environment for enemies, and when you spot them, you blow them to fucking hell. And it's completely fucking awesome. Although the music, it's alright. But a game like this needs, like, really thrashing riffs. Fortunately, you can mute the TV and jam to thrashing riffs of your own. Playing this while listening to Bay Area thrash is as close as I've ever come to a religious experience. So, I mean, look, I really want to love this game, but you have to jump through all these hoops to actually get to it. It never tells you how to play exactly. And I mean, there are manuals you can read, but come on, reading pages and pages of manuals? That's your answer for a game this complicated? And besides, even the manuals are tough to get to, because the menus in this game are a freaking mess too! Fortunately, for those who have either experience or patience, there's a lot to like here. The gameplay is incredibly frantic and challenging, the robots themselves look far better than their environments, and of course the draw is multiplayer, and taking this fight to other players. Again, provided you know what the hell you're doing. And that sort of leaves this game in a weird spot. I mean, if you've played these games before and you really like them, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about, and you'll rightfully think this one's awesome. But if you're new to the series, I'm honestly not sure it's worth the headache. I mean, the gameplay is fun, but the missions are repetitive. It's great for multiplayer, provided you're good, but that leaves most of us out. I mean, I just feel like if you're creating an experience, why not make it easy to experience? Why complicate things with things like bad interfaces and clumsy menus and awkward controls. With a little streamlining and simplifying, Armored Core could be a lot more awesome for a lot more people. But I'm not sure it has any interest in doing that. That means most of us won't have any interest in playing it.
Mission objective complete. System returning to normal mode.